What's going on, everybody? KG here. If you're shopping for TVs this Black Friday, this is going to be the place you want to look. Let's start off by looking at Costco's new Black Friday ad. This is going to have a lot of information on what the TV prices are going to be. And remember, this is not exclusive to Costco. All these TV prices are going to carry over to other retailers. So just shop at your favorite retailer. And if you want to support the channel, I have affiliate links to different retailers in the description while you are doing your shopping. Thank you guys so much for your support. All right, let's get into the Black Friday ad. All right, let's start looking at the ad here. We see that the Q72D is listed as $799 for the 65-inch and $1199 for the 75-inch. You know, this is not that great of a deal. You're saving maybe about $100 off of what the current price is. And this TV is pretty hit or miss. I mean, honestly, it's a edgelit TV. It's a mid-range edgelit TV. And I do think like you probably find better deals out there if you're looking for a TV. It's a nice TV overall. It looks good. Like the picture quality is great. But for the TV technology that you're getting for the money, I do feel like there's better options out there. The next one we see is a 65-inch Bravia 8 for $1699. This is a pretty good savings of what it currently is, but you have to keep in mind that the 65-inch OLED TVs around this price range, around this quality, is going to be about $14.99 usually. So you're getting a little bit of a premium on Sony. You have to pay about $200 extra to get, better sound quality than those other TVs and better processing than those other TVs, arguably. Like Sony does have the best processing in my opinion in terms of the image processor. So the next one that you see is a 65-inch Q80D. This one's a little bit of a tougher sell. I mean, it's not a bad TV, but I do think that there is better picture quality out there for the money. All right, let's go to the next one. We have the LG OLED G4. You see that the 65-inch is going to be $22.99. The 77-inch is going to be $34.99. The 83-inch is going to be $49.99. Now, this is pretty much the same Black Friday price that we've seen with the LG G3, so no shock there really in terms of pricing. This is going to be the lowest price that you can get the G4, and it looks like it's going to start going on sale around October 28th. This TV is definitely a TV that screams premium once you have your hands on it. I did a review of this TV. Go check that TV review out if you need more information on the G4. The next one is going to be a Samsung 70-inch DU6900 for $479. $479 for an entry-level Samsung 70-inch TV. All the TVs around this price that are 70 inches, you're really just paying for the extra features that go along with the TV. So kind of do research and see, which TV has the features you want if you're in that price bracket. All right, with the next page, you see that the QNED 90 is going to be $17.99 for the 75-inch. I reviewed the QNED 90. It's not a bad TV. It's not the best TV. And, when I'm looking at this price tag, one thing I want you guys to keep in mind is going to be one of the next deals that I show you. And I think this is going to make you not want this deal. So this one, I would say a hard pass for because what I'm about to show you just really surpasses it. And it's also made by LG, so you're definitely going to want to stay tuned for that one. The next one we see is going to be the TCL 58-inch. This is going to be one of those entry-level TVs. A 58-inch in this size is about the same price. You're going to find a lot of TVs around this size range, around this price range. And again, like I mentioned earlier, with this entry level budget bracket, we're talking about very similar picture quality across the board. We're just looking for what features are in the TV, what smart OS you want. Those kind of things are more important than the actual TV maker when we're looking at this entry budget level category. Here we see the A5000 soundbar. I do like this soundbar a lot for $499. It's not a bad deal. I have a lot of experience with this soundbar and I think it sounds pretty good. No complaints with that soundbar when I tested it out. We see another LG TV here. It's the UR8000 86-inch for $949. It is an 86-inch TV, so you're expecting a little bit of a higher price on those. You should definitely look into all the other competition out there because bigger TVs have definitely gotten cheaper. This one is going to be very similar to the other TVs you can get around that price in that size. So definitely look at the features in the TV, see if it has the refresh rate you want, things like that. That all matters when you're choosing a TV in that price bracket. Next one is going to be another entry-level series, the DU7200D. $259 for the 43 inch, $349 for the 55 inch, and $429 for the 65 inch. Again, I'm going to sound like a broken record with some of these entry level budget TVs. It really is going to come down to the features and what the TV is going to offer you, whether or not it's going to be great, because they're all very similar picture quality across the board. They really are. And this next one is going to be a QLED TV. It's a Hisense QD6, $179 for a 43 inch, $219 for a 50 inch, $239 55 inch, $349 for a 65 inch. Again, this one is going to have Fire TV, so whether or not you like Fire TV or not, that's going to be kind of factoring into your decision with this TV if you're in these price brackets. I will say that the Hisense and TCL TVs are going to be a better bang for your buck in terms of the TV technology that you're getting out of them. They tend to be better looking TVs with the TV technology that you're getting. But all in all, it's pretty similar picture quality. Like if you're looking at them side by side, it's not a dramatic difference from other TVs, but there is enough of a difference that I will notice that I do tend to favor Hisense and TCL in this kind of price bracket in terms of picture quality. So usually they offer a little bit better technology. Like here we see this is going to be a QLED TV, and the other ones are not going to be a QLED TV in this price bracket, most likely, unless it's Hisense or TCL. The next one is a Samsung 50-inch TV, is a DU 6900 50-inch. Again, another entry-level budget series. We kind of talked about this already. $249 for that. Sticking with that theme here, the LG UT 8000 series. 43-inch is $259, 50-inch is $299, 55-inch $349, 65-inch $449, 75-inch $629. Not much to say here. We kind of covered what these TVs are. On the next page, we have the big one. This is one of the best deals that I have seen this year. It is the 77-inch LG OLED B4 for $15.99. This is an unheard of price for a 77-inch TV. Everybody should run, don't walk for this deal. When we're talking about a 77-inch OLED TV, this is the one that you're going to want to go after for $15.99. This price is insane. It's not that far off of an LG C4, and you're not going to find a better deal for a 77-inch size. The only way I would go with something else is if you have a higher budget, then you can go with a QD OLED like at around $22.99, but we're talking about $22.99 versus $15.99 here. Definitely think about that $15.99 price tag for the LG B4. It is a fantastic TV. I can't say enough good things about it. Check out my review that I did. Check out my comparison that I did with the C4. I think you will be impressed with this TV. The next one is going to be the Bravia 7 mini LED TV for $13.99, a 65-inch TV. If you compare it to the other mini LED TVs that are out there on the market, price-wise, it's not a bad price overall. The problem is that it is the elephant in the room when you're talking about mini LED TVs in this price range. Samsung, Sony, LG, it doesn't matter what brand it's from, it's going to be up against OLED TVs within this price bracket. So a 65-inch for $13.99, for $100 more, you can get an OLED TV, and that's going to be, in my opinion, much better picture quality than what you can get out of a mini LED TV in this price bracket. On the next page, speaking of QD OLED, we have the Samsung S90D. The 65-inch is going to be $14.99. The 77-inch is going to be $22.99. These are really good deals for a QD OLED TV. I loved the S90C last year. I love the S90D just a little bit more this year. I've talked about the improvements that they made with the HDR color within movie mode and filmmaker mode. I think this TV just is so fantastic. You just get great color right away. There is not enough great things I can say about this TV, and the gaming is off the charts. There is not a better mid-range OLED for gaming than the S90D. So if you're a gamer, definitely grab the S90D. The next one I also reviewed, this is the Q60D. This is kind of Samsung's entry QLED. It actually looks really good. I was surprised with it. I was surprised with the contrast for what kind of TV it was. And what I liked about it is that there's so many different size options available. I do think that there's probably better TV technology for the price that you can look at, but there's no arguing that you get a lot of features with these Samsung TVs, like Samsung Game Hub, where you can play games without a console. That kind of thing is really cool. So you're looking at a 55-inch for $499, 65-inch for $699, 75-inch $899. 85-inch is $14.99. Now, next one is going to be a Sony HT-SC40 2.1 soundbar with a wireless subwoofer for $149. I never heard this one myself, but $149 for a subwoofer and a soundbar, it's not a bad deal. I imagine that it can make some TVs that sound really bad sound at least decent. With that kind of low price commitment, it may be worth a shot if you don't have great audio. Now let's go to this next one. This is another premium OLED, much like the LG G4 we talked about earlier. This is the OLED S95D from Samsung. This is a QD OLED TV. 65-inch is $23.99, 77-inch is $35.99. So you will notice that these are going to be $100 more expensive than the LG G4. So those of you that were waiting to see if Samsung matches the price, they did not in this case, but this is a Costco ad, so things could change. Samsung could very well just decide to match the price of the LG G4 once the sale actually hits. So keep an eye out on this price. It could end up being $100 lower and matching the G4. The next one next to that is going to be the QLED QD7 from Hisense. This is an 85-inch for $799. We talked about getting an 86-inch and 85-inch for around that price earlier. This is a little bit cheaper than that, but you're definitely going to want to look and see if those specifications are going to be enough for you at that price tag. It's a pretty good deal overall. Speaking of another good deal overall, we're looking at a Hisense 100-inch TV for $2,000, capable of up to 144 hertz refresh rate with gaming. That is an incredible TV for the price. I would highly recommend, if you have the space for this kind of TV, to grab it. It's a really immersive experience. I got to see some of these 100-inch TVs up close and personal at CES. And man, if I had the space in my house, I would definitely get one. They are so cool, and I love these 100-inch TVs. Next one is going to be the Hisense U75 for $699 for the 65-inch, $899 for the 75-inch. I did review the U7, which is very similar to this one, and I liked it a lot. I think the U7 is one of the best bang for your bucks that you can get, and Hisense knocked it out of the park this year with delivering an experience that feels premium at a price tag that normally doesn't feel premium. So definitely check out the U7 if you're in this price bracket. I do think it's one of the best bangs for your buck, no doubt. All right, well, tell me what TVs you guys are looking at for Black Friday. I would love to hear your answer. If you guys want to look for more Black Friday content, I have a lot of that right here for you. Or if you want to see a TV review or comparison, I have those on the channel as well. Check out one of these videos right here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, and I hope to see you in the next one.